Hey all, it's Nim, or Nimacree if you're feeling professional, and welcome to the YouTube video. Now, you guys know I'm a long-time MMORPG fan. It's kind of what I like to do. Nimacree is the name of my main in WoW, it's the name of my character in Final Fantasy, it's basically the name I go by and everything. In fact, literally, home is where the Hearthstone is, okay? I'm here, I'm about it. It's back for my lumbar and such, I'm getting older. Now, I decided to take a recommendation from a friend in the community, Jiggity. Good guy, really good guy, streams. We'll put his stuff on the screen here now. Boom. Likes Counter-Strike, and more importantly, likes what we reviewed today, Throne and Liberty. Now, listen, it wasn't my cup of tea. I'm gonna explain the good, the bad, and where I think it can improve. Ultimately, if you're having fun with the game, I hope you continue to have fun, and I hope it gets even better because life out here is hard. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Here we are in Castleton in Throne of Liberty. This is the first city you come to, and I did the first chapter. I'm actually getting ready to go do some other stuff here in the game, but what I wanted to highlight first was the look of the game. That is far and away the best thing about this game. The intro cinematics pulled me in, and I won't spoil them for you. You can see them in the game when you start up. It's a free-to-play game, so there's literally no barrier other than you downloading it. I will say I'm a little worried that they might get sued because it looks like Liliana Vess is one of the antagonists, and Wizards of the Coast is pretty notorious when it comes to protecting their IP. If you played Magic the Gathering and played the first part of this game, you'll understand what I'm talking about. In addition, I do want to highlight very, very quickly that I have not been offered to go to the cash shop. I've not been given a quest of like, oh, here's how you spend money. So I gotta give that as a bonus too. Because so many free-to-play games do not do that. And it's terrible. Also, you can find little things here, such as this, and get in-game currency. I got 3 ornate coins, which I can spend in the cash shop for cosmetics. It's fantastic. I can turn into various travel forms. A wolf, an eagle, an otter. I can turn into an otter with the leaf on my head. It's adorable. Let's go do that now. It's one of the best parts about this entire game, at least for me. And again, I played for about 2.5 hours. I got some stuff done, and the game didn't grab me. And that's fine. I hope people enjoy it. But again, look at that little otter thing. It's cute. And then, of course, Helpy, the little ragdoll sprite thing. I love that thing. Helpy's great. Helpy is fantastic. Helpy is so unique, and then you get pulled in the first-person's perspective through her cinematics. Again, the beginning, absolutely fantastic. I really love the cinematics. Here's where it starts to go bad, though, right? Here's where it starts to go bad. So let's head back into town, right? There are a lot of systems. There are too many systems. There are entirely too many systems. Now, you're like, but Nim, you play a lot of World of Warcraft. There's a lot of systems in World of Warcraft. You are correct. There are a lot of systems. But not every system is used. Some of them are atavisms. They get discarded, or they get rolled into other things. Here, there's a lot of systems. If I want to go craft a weapon, I need various materials that I may not be able to find until a certain point, and it's not listed like where I can find them. And what I judge a game's quality by, especially in a review like this, is one, how long does it take you to hook me, right? Can I do 4 hours? Because think about it, the average person who's not a streamer, not a YouTuber, might only have 4 hours a week to play a video game. And if you can't hook me in that 4 hours, you failed. And I'm not saying that it's a bad game, I'm saying that for that metric, you did not pass. Let's say, you know, how much do you teach me how to play the game? And of course, it did pretty good with the tutorials. But I think they could be better. I think you could explain where things are. So we go in here into, you know, Codex. We can see exploration, collections, things like this. It shows me, you know, what I've collected, where I find things, and that's very useful. It says this is near Castleton, you know, so I can go in here and I can look. It doesn't give me really any extra stuff. It just says, hey, you've collected this stuff near Castleton. Which, okay, fine. You know, I can find it in there. That's not a big deal. They've got coins. We've got merchants. So if I go over here to our little crafting area, there's cooking fire, equipment merchants, things like that. So let's go over here to Zimmer. What Zimmer got? Okay, so I can buy stuff, which is nice. And again, it's got that tip there. I don't toggle them off, but if I wanted to buy something, I could potentially go buy something. I could buy a sparring sword, sparring great sword, or, you know, a sparring sword, which I should because it's not terrible. So that's just stuff there. I can buy better weapons, better armor, all those things, so I can live a little bit better. Because I like to be the sword and board tank style. And of course, if I want to cook here, I can open this up here, various cooking recipes, and as it says, it's got all these menus that are going on, chance of great success, and all of the things here that if I want to make something, I can do that, and then of course, cooking quantity. So it's not bad per se. It's just, look at all this stuff. It told me about this stuff. I can't do anything with this yet. I don't know where I'm gonna get it. If I mouse over this rare natural essence, right? Essence gathered from nature, used to make remedies. Quality natural essence, gathered from nature, used to make remedies. Cool, so the best I can have for that is, okay, well, I guess I better kill animals or do something like that. And I don't know if that's going to be a thing. And then we go here to the weapon crafter, right? So we go here, and again, if I want to craft something, right? Let's say I want to craft Relentless Cleaver, right? Okay, well, in order to do that, I'm going to need, all these things here. Doesn't say where I'm going to get them or anything like that. So we're gonna just keep on. We're just gonna keep on keeping on here. Personally, I think it's an overload of systems. I think that if they could simplify it down a little bit, that would be better. I will say I do really like the grappling hook. The grappling hook is one of the best things added because you can just get in there. I'm always filled with joy doing that, and that is a genuinely unique innovation. I've not seen an MMO use a grappling hook. Outside of, I guess, back in Legion and WoW, you had a grappling hook until you got flight, but it was only you. It wasn't really it wasn't supposed to be a long-term part of your kit. You eventually got rid of it because you could fly. So that's again, it's not bad. Basically, there's a lot to this game. There's a lot of potential here. Let's move on to the combat though, right? Because that's the thing there, because hey, listen, a beautiful world is great. And having a lot of systems means there's at least a lot to do, even if you don't like to do it. But if you don't like to do it, you're probably not going to do it, right? So let's talk here about let's talk here about stuff, right? Now I haven't gotten a chance to group up with people. I don't think I'm going to get high enough level to be able to do that because, quite frankly, I found the game kind of boring. But that's not a knock against anyone who likes the game. That's just me being me. Pick this up here. There's that. Some more ornate coins, just as I walk through. And then let's go into combat, right? So I'm in. There's difference. You can have action mode or you can have classic mode. I'm playing on a controller, so it defaults to action. We're gonna go in here, RB, and then nice shield break plus that, and then I can parry, which is nice. I mean, there's a lot of really cool things. Like, it's cool, but it just feels kind of slow compared to what I could do in WoW. Now maybe that's just because I'm more familiar with World of Warcraft than I am with anything else. But it's one of those things that I really like. Like, I like the fact that, yeah, okay, as a sword and board, I'm kind of defensive. I'm kind of spec defensively. That's really cool. And again, the combat looks good. It's not bad. It's just one of those things. Let's take on this Violet Harvester. And then I can fire off different attacks. Charge up a shot. Boom. There it is. And would you look at that? So simple. Easy. Fun. And there's the defense, which is good, so that healed me a little bit. And I got that. Yeah, so, again, combat is fine. I will say that for dodging, I have one beef with that. So, when I go to keyboard, right, because I like to use keyboard here for this. So, I have to do Q and the direction. I would change that, honestly, to a double tap. I think if there was a way I could change that to double tap, I would be very, very happy. I must have moved my controller real quick. There it is. But I would change that to a double tap. Also, there have been a lot of bugs that I've ran into. Now, this may be an early access game, so we're not trying to tear it down too much. But when I went to go collect a potion to finish the first chapter, I'll splice in the footage here now. That's not really good. That's not really good. 458. Okay, as you guys saw, that footage there was me trying to finish a quest, and I was just running into a table. So, not exactly my favorite thing to do. Ultimately, listen, I think Throne and Liberty, give it some more time, it'll probably be really good. That's if Amazon doesn't pull the plug. Now, I do want to highlight something I find very funny here, that there is a current tax status. Amazon doesn't like to pay a lot of tax. So the fact that there's tax statuses in the game, I think is a bit on the nose. But, hey, what do I know? I don't make the rules. I just make fun of them. Listen, ultimately, if you enjoyed the game, may you continue to have fun as much as you can. I didn't, so I probably won't be playing this game again. But if there's a big update, holler at me on Twitter. My socials and everything are down below. Let me know in the comments if you thought, hey, you're full of it or whatever. Because I tried to be fair and give this a shake, and it just didn't grab me. Anyways, my name was Nim. It was fun making this video. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you have a good day. See you next one. Bye.